So here are 7 habits of people who always save money. But before jumping in, this video is sponsored by Fearless Finance, and we'll talk more about them in a moment. One of the most effective habits of people who save money consistently is automating their savings. Even when they have the best intentions, some people are just bad when it comes to moving money into their savings. So they might do good for a few weeks, but then eventually fall off or just simply forget. But on the other hand, people who are good with saving money will take themselves out of the picture and automate, meaning they set up transfers from their checking account to their savings account as soon as they receive their paycheck. This way, a portion of their income goes directly into their savings without any additional thought or effort, which also ensures that they're paying themselves first, which is something that everyone should do. And I know that some people don't like automating, but it really does simplify budgeting. And the good thing is that these transfers can be adjusted based on any change in your circumstances or goals. Another important habit of people who always save money is knowing when to ask for help. Even the most diligent savers can sometimes hit a roadblock, whether that's struggling with debt, trying to improve cash flow, or figuring out the best way to invest. So instead of trying to handle everything on their own, they seek the guidance of a financial advisor. This can be game changer because an advisor can see things that you might overlook while offering fresh perspectives and tailored advice that aligns with your financial goals. If you're looking for this type of support, Fearless Finance is an excellent option. They're committed to making financial advice accessible and affordable for everyone. Because unlike other models, they offer an hourly fee-only service, so you only pay for the time you need. This model also means you won't be pressured into buying products you don't need or handing over control of your savings. They provide advice that goes beyond just investments, covering things from cash flow management and debt reduction strategies to retirement planning and more. As a fiduciary and registered investment advisor regulated by the SEC, they're also required to put your interests first, ensuring advice that's in your best interests. Their human planners will develop a personalized financial plan that fits your unique situation. Plus, there's no minimum net worth requirement or ongoing commitment, just straightforward information when you need it. The company is also women-owned, which supports diversity and inclusivity in financial planning, and they offer the convenience of virtual meetings so you can get help from anywhere. If you've been struggling to save or want to improve your financial situation, reaching out to Fearless Finance can be the step that makes all the difference. So check out the link in my description to get started. People who consistently save money also understand that windfalls aren't just free passes to splurge. So instead of blowing it all on short-lived pleasures, they view this money as opportunities to strengthen their financial foundation. Even though it's tempting to spend the extra cash, they know that using it wisely can have a lasting impact. So these savers typically channel windfalls into building up their emergency fund, making extra debt payments, or investing in their future. Now, this doesn't mean that they can't have fun, so they might also set a portion aside for a vacation or a big purchase. However, they're not blowing the entire windfall on things that aren't important. They're thoughtful with every dollar, which allows them to stay on track with their goals and create a safety net for whatever comes their way. In addition, rather than making impulse or last-minute purchases, good savers plan for significant expenses well in advance. And this involves creating a savings plan for those bigger expenses, such as a vacation or home improvements. They set clear goals for these expenses and then break it down into smaller, manageable amounts to be saved each month. So if they want to go on a vacation that costs $2,400, they might set aside $200 each month in a dedicated savings account. This method not only makes large purchases more manageable, but it also prevents them from taking on debt or dipping into their emergency fund for non-emergency expenses. Good savers also use cashback and reward programs wisely. So in other words, they have a strategy where they'll use their credit cards for everyday purchases in order to get back some of what they've spent. Additionally, they'll actively look for store loyalty programs and then take advantage of these discounts and promotions by planning their shopping trips around these offers, which will stretch their budget even further. Likewise, mindful spending is another crucial habit for those who save money consistently. So they take time to evaluate each purchase and then consider whether that item is going to put them closer or farther away from their goals. And before buying anything, they often use strategies like creating and sticking to a detailed shopping list, shopping alone, not shopping when upset, and setting spending limits. Additionally, they might even look at their spending habits to identify triggers for impulse purchases and then develop strategies to manage these. And finally, good savers know that being frugal doesn't mean living a life devoid of enjoyment, so they know how to strike a healthy balance. With that being said, they look for ways to have fun without overspending, whether it's hosting a game night at their home, going to a free community event, or exploring hobbies that are cost effective. And they also focus on spending more on experiences and activities that are important to them and less on things that aren't. And because they prioritize what truly matters, they're able to be frugal while still enjoying a satisfying life.